It's been a couple of days, but we're back at it again. Back at the Black Ops 1. The greatest! 1 second. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother with a thumbnail. Feeling a bit lazy. Just a bit lazy. 1 second. Bum, bum, bum. Set the game. Black Ops 1. That's the ticket. Hold on, wait. I thought I wanted this song, but I actually don't want this song. Or this one. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. And let's do it. Clicking on the server. And it begins. Bump, ba ba da bump, bump, bump. It's been a couple of days since I played Black Ops. My last couple of streams have been like music production type stuff. So I'm excited to get back into it because I don't really play a whole lot of. I don't play anything off stream. It's just not my forte. I prefer to. I don't know. Either be just like being a vegetable, just like watching YouTube, or. Okay. I prefer to either like be. Wait. Oh, hold on. I'm glad I looked over. There we go. Glad I noticed. Come on. Nope. Is it? Come on. Use the controller. There we go. Now I can use the controller. Yeah, most of the time I just like to either be working on something or just like watching YouTube, just vibing, you know, thriving, surviving. I have my monitor higher than I'm used to. It feels like the screen is so much bigger, and I don't know why. Oh shit. But yeah, I've been busy the past couple of days though. Just doing stuff. Running around on the earth. But it's been fun. I don't go out a lot. It's not my forte. I like to stay in. Sit at a computer and do stuff, you know. It's kind of been my vibes since I was like 8 years old, so kind of got it figured out. But every once in a while, I like to dip my toes and see what's going on out there, you know. Make sure everything is still functioning in society. I keep jumping back and forth between sensitivities. I'll jump between like 7, 8, and like 10. I'm trying to get back into using higher sensitivity, but because it's like it gives you better like trick shots. You know, you can scroll through the screen faster at a higher sensitivity. But I don't know. I'm still trying to like maintain my average gameplay, having decent like aiming and stuff. Ooh, he went for the tomahawk. The old Tammy. Boom, 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 boom. I should have checked to see which servers are popping before I hopped in. But I guess I'll do that after this game. Honestly, I might leave the game early. Hold on, let me check out the other servers really quick. See what's going on out there. Bum, 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 bum. There it is. Looks like most of everybody's playing Snipe, Search and Destroy, and it's like, I like Search and Destroy, I don't know, I guess I might hop into that. I don't like it when everybody is sniping. I like it when some people are sniping, but it's like, if everybody's sniping, then it's less of a, I don't know. Just like being in, like, it's sitting at the kids' table, you know? I want something with a little bit more challenge. I want somebody with an automatic weapon shooting at me. I don't want to sit there and have to play in the little kids' pool. I want the Adult Swim, you know? I want to get shot at, you know? But it's whatever. It's whatever. Bum 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 bum. But I can appreciate some Search and Destroy in this day and age. Especially on jungle. Wait, oh, I didn't set up my classes. Cringe. Oh well. I guess I'll just rock with Marathon for this game. After this, I'll hop out and, whoa. I just had a python. Where did the ballistic knives come from? Interesting. I don't really understand how that works. That's strange. Ugh. See, this is just boring. It's just everybody constantly rushing and sniping. It's not the kind of Search and Destroy I want to play. Look at that glitch. I always remember that happening a lot on Black Ops 1. This is literally like my personal hell. It's like you get to play Search and Destroy in 2023 with humans, but everybody's sniping and it's god awful. I'm the only one left. How did I hit that? I'm lagging. Hey, at least I hit my shot though. Everybody was watching. All the pressure was on me and I came through for half of a second. But I mean, what are you gonna do? He's head glitching, so it is what it is. Look at that, there goes, okay, I went from Python. Where did the Python go? I guess that's just like the default spawn in for the server, question mark, exclamation. Ugh. I'm leaving, honestly. I don't care. I don't care to sit in some stupid ass sniper lobby where like everybody's just rushing and just hitting these little stupid sniper spots. Like if we were playing a regular game with other people using whatever weapons they want, I would have been fine getting hit by that. But it's the fact that I'm pretty sure since it's a sniper lobby, everybody's health is super minimal, so you can hit quick scopes. And, I mean, I hate quick hit markers as much as the next guy, but call me crazy. I just want some regular Search and Destroy. Let's see. It looks like I might just have to bite the bullet and do the Nuketown 24/7. Oh well. There's worse out there to pick from. There is. I'm running wild. I'm hungry, but good thing I have leftovers from earlier. I mentioned carne asada the other day. Look at that, wait. Python. Oh, I figured it out. In the other match, they don't allow Python because it is lower health. So it changed my Python to a ballistic knife. That's why it was happening. What the hell? Oh, if I would have picked up the double accidental, that's my trademark. Wait, okay, I was just making sure the teams are balanced. Always got a check, you know. Wait, oh shit. I saw him last second. Hold on, wait. I believe it's like that. Give me a little arc. I need to play some Halo on stream. Like Halo 3, Halo Reach. I might do that like tomorrow. Depends. It all depends on the friends within. There's a guy right there. Okay, he's dead. Ah. I hate playing Newtown 24/7, man. Like, give me some other maps and some other peoples. I'm feeling like a petty Betty for like wanting to immediately leave every server I hop into. Let's see. Get one of those. Nope.
RSR-71's in the air. Spy planes in the air.
I need to pick it up. But we don't come here for my top tier gameplay. Or my witty commentary, so. Good thing we come for my good looks. I love watching people try to run away from dogs. Hold on, wait, can we hit it? Right about... Oh, he's right there in the corner. Yeah, but I mentioned something about carne asada the other day on stream, and I was at a Mexican restaurant. I was like, yo, I want some steak. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to play another round of this server after this. I'd rather just play against bots for a while and be stuck on Nuketown. Come on. I should have ate more food before I started streaming because now I'm kind of hungry. But I didn't want to get full and then get kind of sleepy, you know? The sessions. Ah. Take a couple of days off and your aim just... It's not there, mate. It's not there. I've been watching a lot of British panel shows the past couple of days. I've been rewatching a lot of 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown. I love that show so much. So much. Whoa. Oh, he was right there. I'm so stupid. Yeah, R.I.P. Sean Locke. He's one of the GOATs. Yeah, I love British panel shows. I love David Mitchell. What's his face? Well, there's obviously Sean Locke. John Richardson. Ah, shit. Trying to think who else. I don't know. There's a lot of people that I got introduced to them on Taskmaster, and then I got to see them in a different light on Cats Does Countdown. It's interesting, like, to see people's like different personality. I feel like Taskmaster, just the way it's set up, it's made to be less, I don't know, less played up. Like, they don't have to play up their personalities as much, per se. Mostly because they're a lot of the time they're just trying to struggle to keep up with the tasks, and instead of just I don't know, like putting on some kind of crazy persona or whatever. I mean, they're still putting on a persona, don't get me wrong, but it's less hammed up. Oh, come on, hit marker. Jump shot. Pulling the old, who's it? Who's that guy on Home Improvement? Next door neighbor's his name, like Wilson? Or am I thinking of the beach ball? Volleyball. I don't know. I'll just call it the I'll just call it the Roger. Go home, Roger. Imagine how sick that would have been if I would have got like a blank through the smoke screen collateral. Those dogs are scarier than the hellhounds. That's hilarious. Wait. Let me be respectful. GG. Okay. Let me copy a class. Actually, no, I'll just leave that one alone. I don't care. Wager. Refresh. Nothing. Bum. What sucks is I've been playing on this one Maniacos server, and I've been really I've been mainlining that server, just playing like almost exclusively that server. And then I was hoping to see like my stats update on their website, and then I was like, okay, well maybe I was looking at other people's and they had more stats, so I was like, maybe I gotta play for like a week before it like actually updates. I play for a week, nothing. Play for like 2 weeks, nothing. And I'm like, okay, well maybe it rolls over on the 1st of the month. That sounds reasonable. Then their website has been down for the past like 4 or 5 days, so I haven't even been able to check. And it's also annoying because my little overlay icon on the bottom that shows like what map and how many people I'm playing with, all that kind of stuff, it relies on their website as well. So just kind of annoying. Just kind of annoying when the infrastructure ain't working. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to play HGM, Casual, TDM, EU. I believe it's B for best maps. I think that's it. Let me double check. Well, yeah, that's gotta be it. Yeah, it gets kind of cut off on this screen, but yep, that's it. And then next song. That's the ticket, ain't it? Ooh, domination, firing range. That's that shit I like. That's that shit I like. I got 14 credits. Oh, you can't see it. But just know that there was an in-game message that told me I have 14 credits. Ah! Oh, he's behind me. Oh. Oh, that should have hit. Ah! Leave me alone. Hold on. I'll solve things like we did in the old days. Ah, son of a... No, I thought this one had more people in it. What the hell? Casual? Oh, US. Hold on, I'm on the wrong server. I thought it was EU, because usually that one has more people playing. I guess not though. I'll stay in this one for a little bit. That's an awful shot. Ugh. It's funny, I usually hardly ever hop between servers this much. I usually just stick to one, even if it has bots. It helps if there's even at least like one person playing. I wish the in-game server ranking stuff didn't factor bots into the equation. Like you got to go to a different website to actually see the actual player numbers for each server. But It seems to help a lot if there's even one person in a server and bumping it up. Like there was a server last week that was like wager matches. Oh, it was so sick. But like I'd have to play. Shit, there's so many people right there. I'd have to play like with just bots for like 20 or 30 minutes roughly before it would start to populate. But just having like one person in there kicks it closer to the top of the server ranking. So sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Come on. Bump, bump. Oh, I was hoping to get that little 180. I was about to say, I'm not gonna let him get me twice in a row. It's not happening. Not today. Ooh. Yeah, this ping is kind of naughty. But I mean, that's how. Oh, come on. I used to play this game on like. I guess it was it was an old CRT, but it was like a tiny screen, extremely blurry. It was so crazy playing this game on like a HD. Like I think the TV I'm calling HD was like 720p. I got like a 720p flat screen TV in like maybe 2014, 2015, somewhere around there. And just jumping from the CRT to that was like kind of mind blowing. Being able to see this game and actually read like a lot of the text, and I don't know, there were so many things that I was seeing for the first time even after playing the game for like a whole month worth of in-game playtime. Changes things when you can actually see what's going on. But yeah, I used to play this game, I mean, with that TV like a half blind and with like tremendous amounts of lag. So these days, as long as I can play the game, I honestly could care less about if I'm playing with like bots or playing with high ping or whatever. I mean, obviously, like as you saw earlier, I'm still not opposed to complaining about the constant people only going to Nuketown 24/7 lobbies. I'll always complain about that. That's been something that's annoying for close to a decade at this point. But still out here, still playing the game, still racking and cracking and racking. Still going for the objectives. 2023. Still missing all my shots. But hey, it's me missing shots, not a bot. It's not some AI, pal. We hate AI over here. Not in this stream, not in this car. AI. I spit on you. Boom, bump, boom, bump, bump, boom, bump, boom, boom, bump, boom, boom, bump, boom, bump, bump, bump. Pushes. Ooh, boink. Oh. Look, what the? No. That was pitiful. That entire sequence of events right there. I'm just gonna blame it on the 170 ping I have. I'm not ping chilling. Just watching all these bodies die around. Oh, come on, that should have been a collat. Whatever, I'll take what I can get. I'll take what I can get. Are the guys still in here? No. Literally no reason in staying here, but I will finish the fight! Oh, he made it through the window. I don't know if I've ever seen a bot go through a window like that, just randomly. If they've got an objective, maybe I've seen one, but... Ah. Playing against 160... Well, playing with 160 ping against bots is, difficult, to say the least. It's like not only do they have laser pinpoint accuracy, they also get the jump on me. And nobody gets the jump on me. I'm Jiminy Cricket.
We lost Bravo.
Who's that character? Oh, Jiminy Glick. That's Martin Short's character. I listened to Martin Short's book. It's like a memoir kind of thing. I listened to it like 3 years ago. It's good. It's a good read, a good watch, a good listen. I guess you can't watch it, but you know what I mean. Well, that was a game. Okay, now let me try to hop into the correct server. See if I can pass the first test of gaming. Clicking the right row. Okay. Let's see. Dun dun da da dun da dun dun. HDM casual, team deathmatch, US best maps. Yes, that's what we want. Wish I had some yogurt. I need to go buy groceries. But I've just been on the go the past couple of days. Just a busy bee. No, really, I just enjoy procrastinating going to get groceries. Bottom. Ah. At least the ping's good on this server. I'm dead. How am I not dead? Okay. Guess you can't die from your own teammates' vehicle. Woo. Come on. Okay. That was the most pitiful attempt at a quickscope. I'm probably gonna have a short stream today. I just wanted to stream because I haven't streamed in a couple of days. But I will be back tomorrow. Not sure what I'm gonna be doing or playing or whatever, but I'll have a stream tomorrow. You betcha, pal. You betcha. I wonder if I can watch 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown on stream. It seems like there's plenty of YouTube channels that have it posted without getting like any kind of notification in the description. So I wonder if I can actually stream it safely. I'm assuming not, because at least well, it's on like British Channel 4. I know Dave seems to be like a little bit more of a stingy kind of channel. But I don't know if Channel 4 is as stingy. I always appreciate any kind of TV station that's not super picky. But I mean, I get it. You're trying to be evil and scrape up as much profits as you can. I understand. It's all the hustle. Oink. Ah. I've hit a shot through that wall precisely one time. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I went to a concert the other day. It was like one like at an amphitheater kind of place. I've been to like one other one, but this one I actually lucked out. I got free tickets. Somebody that I knew had bought like an entire 6-seat box. They were traveling back from somewhere and couldn't make the concert, and I only was talking to them like 2.5 hours before the concert, and they're like, "Hey, if you want to go, you can." So I started calling friends, and I called like 2 friends. They were both busy. I called one other friend, he was down to go with his girlfriend, so that was nice. And then I call one other friend, start asking him, and turns out he has tickets. Him and his wife already have tickets to go to the very same concert. So I don't know, my mind was just blown because I had this whole random experience. I thought that was a person. You can't get me with Ghost Pro. But yeah, I just randomly out of the blue called this guy. He gave me the free tickets. Called my other friend out the blue. Turns out they're going to the exact same concert. Like just the coincidence of everything. But yeah, they had like nosebleed kind of seats. So I was able to upgrade them for free. It was just sick. It was a dope experience. It was really fun. But one of my favorite standout moments from the entire concert was that I hit up the concession stand. I usually don't do that much. But I wasn't sure if the VIP section was gonna give free food, but it was just like a thing where we could press a button and have like a waiter or waitress come by. But so I go to the concession stand, get a pizza, I eat like half of it. Concert goes on. We're like in the end of the concert. The headliner, I didn't give a shit about their act. It was like, I mean, it was like a one-hit wonder kind of deal, and like I was like, how the hell did they let them be the headliner? But so I was just kind of vibing along to the end, and I kind of get hungry. I'm a little stoned, a little tipsy, a little crossfitted going on, and naturally I got the munchies to go along with it, and I'm like, holy shit! Boy, am I lucky! I have half of a fucking pizza under my seat. That was pretty awesome. That was pretty awesome. There's been a few times where I've been hungry in the middle of a concert and able to quench that hunger without having to leave my spot. And when that happens, that's nice. Because concerts, I mean, most concerts I go to, it's like a general admission pit kind of set up. So first come, first serve on whoever gets the front of the crowd. And once you get up there, you don't really want to... Okay, I thought he got a triple collateral. But once you get up to the front, you don't really want to leave that spot. I mean, a lot of the time I'll try to like make friends with people in the line, get like a little group going so they'll save your spot when you go get water, go to the bathroom, whatever. But even then, still, sometimes if it's a huge crowd, it can be like really tough to get back. Or like you're not sure how packed it's gonna be when you try to get back. I mean, most of the time you can kind of just glide your way through. But there we go. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like I hardly ever like get hungry or thirsty in the middle of a concert, and I'm able to like quench that without leaving my spot. Having a pizza up here under my seat like I'm at a goddamn Oprah show. I mean, what more could you ask? Good Christ. Bro. Am I pitiful? Ah. Bump, 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 bump. Yeah, probably just stream for like an hour today. Another 30 more minutes or so. Nothing too crazy, just trying to keep my blade sharp, if you will. Watch my decoy grenade trick his Blackbird. Oh, if I would have got the 180 on him, man, I would have jumped for joy. I tell you what. Arnold W. Oh, come on, pal. Ah. I really wish I had a pretzel. I hate it when you get one of the big gigantic pretzels, like when you're at a show or something, and then the pretzel's too firm. It's like the whole point of me buying this piece of shit at a place is so it can be warm and soft and delicious. If I wanted to get some rubber pretzel, I'd just buy one frozen and heat it up at home. But oh, you know what I love though? Those if you ever go to a restaurant that has like the option to get a like a burger with a pretzel bun. Oh my god, I love those so much. I love those so much. I think they used to have this thing at Walmart where it was like some sort of like sandwich with a pretzel bun, and then like in the same package it had like this like avocado kind of spread or whatever. It was so good. Unfortunately, I'm allergic to avocado, so like I get my whole throat gets like really itchy each time I eat something I'm allergic to. Thankfully, it doesn't kill me, but it's as unpleasant, if not more so, than eating spicy food when you don't like spicy food. It's kind of just an unpleasant twinge to your meal. And plus, it's so difficult to scratch your throat. So I end up like hissing like awkwardly, or I used to occasionally, like if I ate something that I was like allergic to and my throat started to itch, I would just go like I was a cat trying to hack up a fur ball. But because I mean, you don't want to just sit there and start sticking your finger at the back of your throat and scratching while you're at a table, but also you don't want to sound like a cat. So most of the time I just suck it up and just deal with it. Chloroseptic spray helps if I have that, but obviously I don't have that at a restaurant. Like eating sushi, I'm allergic to avocado. 80% of all sushi rolls at most restaurants that I go to, at least, have avocado. And then if it's not avocado, I forget there's something else that I'm allergic to or that I just don't like. I think it's just like the spicy sushi rolls. Like I'm not, like I mean, eating something that's spicy is almost just as bad as eating something I'm allergic to. It's still like an unpleasant addition, a side layer to the meal that kind of just distracts me from the taste and texture that I came looking for. You know what I'm saying, pal? So so yeah, needless to say, eating sushi is picking anything off of a menu at a restaurant. If it doesn't have pictures, I'm struggling. And even if it does have pictures, I'm still just so indecisive because it's like I don't really put that much emphasis on food. Like just over the years, I've just had like less of like an appetite in general, and also just like the amount of joy I get from food is like I still like eating like something really nice every once in a while. Don't get me wrong, but it's I don't really crave stuff that much, and even when I do, it's not that bad. I just mostly like eat to live instead of live to eat, as they say. So I'm not really that picky. I just especially lately when I've been trying to save money, I've just been eating a lot of like meat and cheese sandwiches and a lot of like protein shakes. I love protein shakes. I mean, obviously like yogurt's my go-to, but in terms of like eating some sort of meal and I still feel hungry, but I don't really give a shit what I'm eating, but I still want to make sure it's like somewhat healthy and has like vitamins and minerals and protein and stuff. Protein shake. And I love it. It's like they're so small. It's like I can basically just take one like it's a shot of whiskey. And I'm there's only like one brand, like one flavor I like, because I like a lot of people are picky about protein shakes because they're not the best tasting. So usually once people find one that they like, that was a nice little shot through the flag. I will say so myself. But like it's a lot of people are very picky and decisive about protein shake flavors, and there's pretty much just one brand, one flavor that I like, that I can drink it day or night, any mood that I'm in, no matter how hungry I am. hot or cold. Most of the time I just leave them room temperature. I don't even bother trying to refrigerate them. I'm sure I'd probably appreciate them a little more, but honestly, I just leave them. I don't care if they're warm or whatever. I'll drink the bitches down. But yeah, I love a protein shake. Anything that can just like for me, I have ADD, so like focus is a big thing. So once I get locked into something, I tend to like to stay focused on that. Like if you notice a lot of my streams, it's harder for me to like switch to something else once I get in the groove of doing one thing. And a lot of the time, like I'll pick something and I'll consciously want to stay doing that thing. So any kind of interruption to go and like make food or heat up something or whatever, and God forbid actually go out to eat. I don't ever do that hardly. It's like I'm just trying to get something just to refuel and replenish my organs. So I could care less. I'm just trying to hit the check boxes and get back to it. So sandwich, protein shake, some water. I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci. But I do get the munchies though. I will go a little bit nuts on something occasionally. But not often. Not often. But whenever I graduated high school, I happened to start hanging out with some stoner friends. And basically like right after I graduated, like the next month straight just about, I was getting stoned every day. And like my entire summer that year was really great. Just me and my friends just driving around, finding some crazy smoke spot, some secluded area. Whoops, didn't mean for that. And then just having a good time. But like because we had the munchies and I had like all this money that I'd either been saving or graduation money, like I was spending so much money on fast food that eventually I realized like how much I was spending per week on fast food. And I'm really glad that I learned that when I did, like right after I graduated high school, because a lot of people, they get into some of their older like years and like, I don't know, they'll just continue to go nuts on like fast food, thinking it's kind of a necessity. Like especially stuff like Starbucks. I mean, it's like, it's fine as a treat once in a while. That's perfectly fine. But there's no need to wholeheartedly subsist off of fast food and just other expensive foods and stuff. Especially when you don't have a whole lot of money if you're a student as is. I mean, obviously you got, you know, like the dollar menu kind of stuff. I mean, honestly, the dollar menu is pretty much going away across the board because of inflation. But whenever I was in college, there was like a community college I went to, and there was Taco Bell, like right across the street practically. So I basically survived off of a beefy Frito burrito, because it was pretty cheap. It was like $1, I think, if not just like $1.20 or something like that. And it was like a full-on, full-size burrito with like rice, beef, cheese, and Fritos. So you got that extra little crunch factor to make the texture kind of pop. You get the cheese mixed in with the rice and the beef. Didn't have any beans, so I mean you can eat it a whole lot without getting gassy or anything. I've never really had issues with like Taco Bell or Mexican food or anything like that in general messing with my stomach. I've been fortunate enough to eat pretty much whatever I want my entire life and not really worry about getting like upset stomachs or getting overweight or anything like that, thankfully. But I feel like a lot of that is just because I tend to not eat a whole lot in one meal. Like, especially when I go out to eat, I'll eat like half of it and then just eat half later as another meal. I mean, that's what I did today. That's what I did yesterday when I went out to eat with like friends and family and stuff. But yeah, I've never really had a whole lot of stomach issues or whatever, thankfully. Never really had the diarrhea shits or whatever, fiery shits after Taco Bell that much. I mean, I don't eat spicy foods, but just in general, I've just been thankful for having a pretty fair, like ironclad stomach. I mean, as long as I'm not like drunk or stoned. If I'm on any sort of like intoxicating substance, my iron stomach reduces to aluminum. But I mean, it's always one of those things where like as soon as I puke, I feel like immediately better. Like my body's just like, bro, I don't feel 100% on balance. Let me just lighten the load a little bit. And I just continue on my day. And that's generally like if I ever do get feeling a little weird on when I've been drinking or whatever. Just drop it off and I'm good to go. Make a little pit stop. There's one time I was leaving a concert and like I've always been really sensitive to smells. That's one thing that I have been very sensitive to in terms of like things that gross me out. Like I've been able to like I grew up on the internet, so I mean I've seen like everything you can imagine practically, like in terms of like gore and whatever. So nothing ever really bothered me in terms of like seeing things, but smelling things, sheesh. So one time I was leaving a concert and I walked right past a porta potty while I was like just absolutely toe up from the flow up, and I threw up without breaking stride after smelling a porta potty. And I was so gone, I didn't even know, like I wasn't paying attention to anything but just surviving. And my friend tells me after the fact that like right after I did that, I just puked and kept walking. And somebody, like some guy behind me, points at me and goes, "That guy's a legend!" Just because I just puked and didn't break stride, just kept on trucking like it was nothing. But I mean, generally that's always been how I've been. It's like drop it off and I'm good to go. After that, I'm good. So I mean, it's always been more of a mental kind of thing for real. Like I remember whenever I was a kid in like probably like 3rd grade, like I was in the lunchroom and I felt like I had to throw up, and then like in me trying to like not think about trying to throw up, I was thinking about it more, and it just kind of like compounded and like let my anxiety. Good God, look at he's flopping around like a damn fish, like an anchovy. But like I let that anxiety build up, and it was like I was a kid, so I didn't really understand how anxiety worked and all that kind of stuff. So it took until like I was like on acid and had like I never had like a bad trip on acid, but had like a difficult experience, and going through that and kind of teaching myself how to remain calm even though I was like exhausted and like completely in a different mind state, which is usually whenever I'm like less like if I'm tired or hungry or whatever, I have less control over like how I'm feeling. If I get like angry or agitated, or I get like hangry really easy. And it wasn't until I had that experience on acid where I was like, okay, well if I can relax myself during this unimaginably tense moment where I'm just basically hanging onto a thread and trying to remain calm, if I can do that and just kind of like hold steadfast in my own mind on when there was like all these crazy variables and circumstances, and like the location I was in was like some just sketchy motel in a place that I'm not from, and it was just a very trying situation to say the least. So I was like, if I can survive through that and make it through that when I was just exhausted and basically had to devote all of my effort and energy into remaining calm and telling myself that it's going to be okay, then pretty much regardless of any other situation, I'm able to kind of calm myself down now. But I've had a couple of situations like that through my life, not necessarily on acid per se, but just situations where it's like, okay, here's basically like one of the worst possible scenarios that can happen. Like I've been like robbed at gunpoint before when I was working at Dollar General, and I was like, okay, well, if I can survive this kind of situation and remain calm, then I mean, like, getting in front of people and doing like a speech class and doing a speech, it's just I don't know, it puts things in perspective, and it's like, hey, I can take control of how I'm feeling and my anxiety levels and everything. It's like I don't have to let that feeling build up and consume me. It's like I can take note of that feeling. It's like, hey, I am stressed out, I am feeling anxiety, but I don't have to like feed into it and worry about how I'm going to perform or act or whatever. Like I've never been nervous about streaming that much. Like even from like the very first stream, like I had maybe a little bit of nerves, but I mean for right now especially, it's so easy just because I know I don't have that many viewers. But even when I do have a couple of viewers, I'm not really that stressed. I mean, maybe it would be better if I was more stressed sometimes, so I like push myself more to just be more entertaining and react harder, as they say. But to be honest, my main goal right now is just to build up the streaming muscle and just I don't know, constantly being able to have this kind of stream of conscious kind of interaction. So as long as I can like continue to build that and just kind of work on just handling my reactions on stream and just finding those little funny moments and punchlines and stuff, as long as I can stick to it and focus on improving my own performance and ability to stream, then I'm not really too worried about stream to stream, like how many viewers I'm averaging or anything like that. I'm always about like long-term kind of mentalities, and I honestly, like, this is gonna sound really stupid, really hippie, like whatever, but I try to just disregard time and money as concepts like as much as possible. Like I try to treat it like regardless of how much time it takes to get to where I want to be with something, I'm willing to sink time into that. And that's a large reason why I don't really play video games that much these days, is because it's like I've got like although I treat time as like I don't really like base a whole lot of things around time, I do try to spend my time wisely. I'm like aware that I've only got a limited amount of time day to day and on this earth in general, and I know where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? I know how I want to get there. I know where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? I know. Yes, I know. I know where I'm going. But it doesn't really matter how much time it takes to get somewhere, like in terms of mastering a skill or whatever. Like I set out on like this journey around 7 years ago at this point, where I wanted to get good at like music and rapping in particular, but I figured like I don't want to have to rely on using other people's beats. So I was like, okay, well, music is pretty much the core, like making the music itself is pretty much the core of any kind of experience. Like you watch a movie, and if you take the music out, you're not really watching a movie. Like the entire experience is different, and the movie just kind of sucks without the music. If you take an album and you take all of the music out and just leave the vocals, it's going to be significantly less. But you can have an instrumental album. You can play like some sort of like single player game, and I mean, you can take the music out, but the experience is going to be so much less cinematic. It just completely changes the experience. So like music is kind of like the deciding factor. So whenever I was like trying to decide what I want to focus on, which is like one of my things that I've always struggled with in terms of like ADD, ADHD kind of stuff, just focus and attention in general. It's like what do I want to focus on getting good at? I want to be able to rap and make music and make videos and code and make websites and games and stuff. What do I want to start with? And the obvious answer was just music. If I can produce things, then I can kind of slowly over time start working on writing and rapping, and just build everything up after that. And that's so far worked out really well. Like I'm at a point where, like, I mean, I'm not the greatest at producing, I'm not the greatest at rapping, but I can rap competently, I can make music competently. It's not like I try to think of it as like, especially when I was starting out, like out of making 10 beats, how many are like actually good? Like how many are something I actually really enjoy? And like whenever I was first starting out making beats, it was probably like 1 in every 10 or something like that, if I was lucky. And then as I got on, now, I mean, it's probably closer to 50-50 if I'm being honest on whether or not, I mean, if I spend more time on something, like I spent like 2 days on a beat earlier, I definitely increase my chances on coming out with something I'm satisfied with. But generally speaking, I come out with a beat that I'm happy with. Maybe not 100% in like the genre or vibe or tempo that I was initially going for per se, but I can at least come out with something that I enjoy listening to, which is huge. I mean, that's really all the reason I need. Like I've gotten by for so long without posting any of my music, even though I wasn't afraid of posting my music online. That was never really the issue. It's because there's tons of people that put out music and it does suck. That's never really stopped anybody before from, I mean, obviously it's a lot easier if you only put out good stuff and people only associate you with putting out quality stuff. But there have been plenty of artists that have put out just trash occasionally and just the occasional good song, and that's all it really takes. So I mean, that was never really the big issue for me. I prefer to have like quality over quantity. But for me personally, it's just more of I don't have to be putting my music and my artwork out in front of other people's eyes and getting that attention dopamine feedback for me to continue making stuff and enjoying it. For me, it's always about making it for myself first, which is why I'm playing Black Ops 1 of all games, a 13-year-old game just about, that almost nobody watches. It's because I enjoy doing this, you know? I can enjoy playing this game for thousands of hours, and I can do like an unlock all kind of thing on this client, and it doesn't matter to me about the progression of leveling through everything and unlocking things, because I just enjoy playing the game as is. That's all that really matters to me. And also like just getting my skills up in general as well. But at the end of the day, it's mostly just for me. It's me doing what I enjoy, and I know that as long as I continue to get better at all of these like multitude of skills across all these different like domains and fields, as long as I continue to level them up relatively equally, eventually I'll be at a point where like I just catch such a wide net that it'll be a lot easier to get a regular viewer base and stuff. It's just like if you hold fire to something long enough, keep that heat, you know what I'm saying? It's going to eventually catch fire. You hold a match up to a log, eventually, as long as it's dry, you might get a little flame. And from a little flame, I mean, you can make a gigantic campfire. So that's kind of my philosophy. It's just like, don't really worry about the speed at which I'm growing or anything. No like number metrics. I mean, I definitely do check the metrics. I'm a stats nerd. I do appreciate looking at analytics and just kind of seeing what kind of information I can glean from the numbers. But honestly, right now, like I've always had the mindset where nothing really matters in terms of like scores and accolades. Nothing really matters unless you put, unless you care about it and you put your time and effort into it. So, for example, like I was kind of one of the kids where in school, in high school especially, like I didn't really have to work that hard to get good grades, right? So for me, it's like, okay, well, I can get good grades. I can get straight A's. But I'm perfectly satisfied with getting like A's and B's and stuff. So for me, my report card wasn't an accurate representation of my skills and abilities. It's just, it's just not as accurate as somebody else that is trying their hardest, for better or for worse. So for me, these stats and stuff and the analytics that I can see on these various platforms, it's like they're in a good metric to look at and just gauge various progress points. But like I'm not really like grinding that hard to get my viewership up right now. So trying to squeeze information out of the numbers is kind of pointless because I'm not really putting that much effort into that side of things. I'm trying to focus on the things that I can definitely control right now, which is me, myself, on stream, getting better, being more active, more entertaining, continuing to speak while I'm on stream. Because that's one thing that I like. I'm really good at staying with like a stream of thought, stream of consciousness kind of thing. Like that's something that comes well with ADD. But what I've been having like trouble with on stream is just that goes on in my head, and I have to like constantly remind myself, like, okay, speak that out loud. You know. So that's the kind of stuff. Like if you're looking at this in like a year or so from now, that's kind of where I'm at from now. What I'm trying to get good at, what I'm focusing on, is just maintaining. It's about maintaining and not complaining. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, stats and metrics and stuff like that, it only matters as much as somebody's willing to put effort into how much they care about it, you know? And that goes across the board, like any kind of accolade, personal best, whatever. That only matters if you care about it. And that's kind of my philosophy on like life in general. It's like I have kind of like, I guess, without putting too much thought or emphasis into this title, I have kind of like an optimistic, nihilistic perspective where like from one perspective, like nothing really matters. Like I don't really care what somebody's dream was last night, or I don't really care like their favorite sports team or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like in a general sense, I don't really care. But so it doesn't really matter, you know, like it doesn't matter if I spill water on myself at a restaurant and get embarrassed or whatever, because for the most part nobody's gonna remember. Like I'm the only one that really actually cares about that situation for the most part. But at the same time, even though pretty much everything is kind of pointless, if you care about that thing, then that is what really matters. If you care about getting really good at soccer, and that's all you really care about, then for you, in your universe and in your perspective, your outlook, then that's kind of, that's all that it takes, is just you having that, what's what I'm looking for? You having that interest in it in the first place. As long as you have an interest in it, as long as somebody has an interest in something, then that's all that matters. It's just as important as anything else in the world, because I mean, everybody that you know is going to be dead in 150 years anyways. Everything that you do is going to be lost and forgotten in like 1,000 or 2 years anyways. The entire world will be gone in a couple of billion years. You know what I'm saying? Like if you zoom out, at some point everything becomes meaningless. So the fact that you are here alive, able to care about something, and show interest and be excited about something in general at all in the first place is kind of all that really matters. That's the only qualifier. So that's why I say I have kind of a optimistic nihilist, because it's like nothing really matters, but at the same time everything kind of matters depending on the circumstance and who really gives a shit about it. So like grades matter when somebody cares about it. I particularly didn't really care about grades. I cheated in community college. I cheated on online classes unashamedly. I didn't really care. Because I didn't really care about the grades. I didn't really care about the degree. I just cared about just taking classes and learning and enjoying the process of learning about something new. And if there's some class that I am forced to take and it's just an online class where I'm not really actually learning anything from, I have no qualms with cheating my way through it. Even though somebody else is going to be like, oh, academic dishonesty, and get all upset about it or whatever. I mean, honestly, I could give a rat's ass, because I didn't really care that much to begin with. But somebody else does care. Somebody else is going for valedictorian, 4.0 GPA. And to them, everything like that matters. It's the only thing that matters, because, I mean, it's their academic honesty. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of my take on it. It's like things only really matter if you care about it, if somebody cares about it. So it's like I said with like picking and choosing the things that allow myself to be anxious about or worry about. It's like the options are out there, and it's up to you to decide what you care about, what you're interested in. So I mean, it's good to be worried about some things. Fear is a good motivator, so you're able to pick and choose what you put emphasis on, as long as you keep that in mind and make that a conscious effort in your head. Then that is an ability that you're able to foster and grow. That's a habit you're able to build, as long as you constantly remind yourself, hey, I am in control of what I am thinking about, and what I'm worrying about, and what I'm caring about. So let me try to make a little bit of an informed effort to choose what I want to point my eyeballs at and receive into my brain. But with that being said, I'm getting hungry. Oh, so hungry. Where'd he go? I'm with my like 7 sensitivity. But yeah, this is probably gonna be my last match. I'm gonna hop off, finish eating my leftovers from earlier today. My steak and chicken fajitas. Ya dig. Now I see where I'm going. Yeah, another thing you can think about that philosophy that I was just rambling on about is like objectives in video games. It's like some people really care about playing objectives and going for the win. Other people just go in and go for kills. I mean, I flip-flop back and forth depending on the matches. But it's like sometimes, even though I'll be playing against mostly bots on a 13-year-old game on like unofficial servers using like unlock all, I'll still go for the objective and go for the win. You know what I'm saying? And that's all that really matters, is that in that moment, that's what I'm choosing to be excited about and focus on and put my effort towards. Boink. Ah, there we go. So just always keep that in mind. You're in control. You have the steering wheel. You have the controller. You can point and click the heads. Hunger. Shboink. Shboink. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I'm probably gonna hop off, heat up my food, finish some reefer. I started smoking yesterday. I usually don't smoke that much when I do smoke. I usually will pack a bowl. I vape a lot. I vaped more a while back, but especially when I started streaming, like it takes longer to vape and get high. And I don't like to be constantly hitting it while I'm streaming. So for me, just hitting my pipe is more convenient, just because I can load a bowl, take like one hit, and just be good. So a lot of the time I'll just hit like half of like a bowl and just finish the rest of it the next day or something like that. I'm very economical and frugal about stuff like that. Always have been, always will. Like I was one of the first people in my friend group. Like I got into like vaping weed back in 2014. I got into the Magic Flight launch box. Like I was on Reddit reading about all these different vaporizers and stuff. And back then vaping was not nearly, we're talking damn near a decade ago at this point. Like vaping was not anywhere near as big as commonplace as it is. So like I was showing this to my friends, and like I didn't even remember their reaction to it until one of my friends was talking about it like a couple of years ago. But he was like, yeah man, like it's like nobody really took it kind of seriously, like, oh, you're just hitting a vaporizer. It's like if it can't have the same kind of effects as smoking. It's not the exact same experience, don't get me wrong, but you can usually reach the same level as you would smoking. It might just take a little longer to get there. I always looked at it as smoking is kind of like jumping off of a cliff to get where you're wanting to go, and vaping is more of like rolling or sliding down a hill. You can still get to the same place, one just takes a little longer, and one's a little bit more corrosive to your lungs. But yeah, I definitely put all of my friends onto vaping back in the day, and obviously you see how big it's gotten these days. But I've always been that kind of way about a lot of stuff. Like instead of like in terms of like trends and things, it's like I'm usually not intentionally, just usually like just a byproduct of me always like looking at what's new. I'm always usually pretty early on to a lot of trends. Like I was early on to crypto, like learning about that. Early on to like AI stuff. Like I've been like learning about AI like since 2016. So whenever all this AI stuff started exploding, I already had a pretty decent knowledge of it. Like I've been working with AI image generation since like January, February of last year. So when Stable Diffusion started popping off, I had already had like 5, 6, 7, 8 months of experience of learning with a couple of different models. So like there's a lot of stuff like that where it's like not necessarily trying to be ahead of the curve, it's just I'm always naturally looking for like what's next, what's worth getting into or whatever. And a large part of the time it's like the fundamentals of why I get into something like vaping or crypto or AI, it's like there's something about it where I don't know, I just think it's really interesting, it's really cool. I want to learn more about it, I want to see what it has to offer. Like I never really took crypto as like some sort of get rich quick scheme. I mean obviously everybody like invests in it hoping to get rich or whatever, make money off of it. But I was always really just a big fan of the underlying technology, of like the blockchain technology itself. I didn't really get hyped off of like a whole bunch of other kinds of like crazy technological all these other coins that are cropping up or whatever. But I was fascinated with this whole idea of like using like digital currency and stuff like that. So I don't know, just always invest in what you know, I'd say. Just whatever you're interested in, try to like see it, what kind of business opportunities are available in that field, because there's always new ones popping up left and right. Like people all hyper focused on getting rich on crypto, when a couple of years later the new craze is AI, and you can make money pretty quickly using AI. So there's always something new that's going to be the new hotness, the new kind of gold rush kind of thing on the horizon. But yeah, that's what I'll leave you with. But I'm gonna hop out of here and go eat some food. You know what I'm saying? Watch some more 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown British panel shows and stuff. So